And
Oh, yes, we are back. Feels like 100 fucking years ago. We were doing shows every week. And, well, God damn it. After my life had severely changed, I finally got that taken care of. And then I got sick. And, of course, my brother over there, Defiler, is also sick. So if we start hacking up lungs halfway through, don't worry, we're not dying because we're already dead. That's right. Tonight we have a great show for you. And don't forget, it's a double shot Friday fucking night. Hail Satan. That's right. You got Trucks of the Damned right now. And then we have the Horror Barbecue coming right after that. Tonight we're going to be talking about two bands. One that's actually kind of been around for a minute, but just now is starting to burn and stoke the fires of hell, known as Belphegor. And then Defiler has who for us tonight?
Sacrilegious Impalement. They've been around for a little while too.
Yes, a new black metal offering. One from Austria and one from Sweden?
Finland.
Finland. God damn it.
Yeah.
See, I'm always thinking it's Sweden that has all the best of everything. But in this case, it's Finland. So we have a Finnish black metal band, and we're going to put them up against each other tonight and see who you like the most. But before we get into all this unholy business, we're going to take a quick commercial break to our brother over at Horse Truck. Hot sauce. Hotter than fucking hell. That's right. If you love that hot sauce and it burns in your loins that you need some horror in your life, let's get gruesome and put the two together and stick it on some ribs. Put it on some chicken. I don't give a fuck what you do. Get over to horrorstruckhotsauce.com and get you some of these awesome, absolutely incredible new flavors that he's got and check them out. Let's first say hello to everybody out there. Brother Babylon in the house. We got Kyler. What is up, my brother? I am back from the dead. Brother Mortimer is out there. Good to see you, my sir. Lizzie. And I think we got a few more people as well. So if you are ready to get down and dirty and downright fucking blasphemous, share this out. Anywhere and everywhere there is a black metal lover, a death metal lover, or a black and death metal lover, because we're about to get into this shit. But we're first going to spotlight something just incredible. The king of goth, the OG of goth metal himself, has dropped an unbelievable fucking cover again. I swear, we loved his music for the last 20, almost 30 years now. But damn it, when it comes to him wanting to cover iconic fucking songs, Marilyn Manson has done it again. Every single time this man breathes new life into a classic. This past week, he has covered You guessed it, Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight. We are talking about one of the darkest, most iconic pop songs of all time. And this thing came out in the 80s.
That damn drum solo make you want to punch somebody anyways, but when Manson does it, just
he takes it to a whole nother fucking level.
Yep.
And I mean, it's not that we never liked the original. I still have huge love for the original myself, as I'm sure all of our viewers out there too. But man, if you haven't heard this yet, let me tell you. God damn it. Babylon says, sauce on some cock. All right. So apparently we know what he's going to be doing with it. My goodness. And I think we have a new viewer tonight too. Did we miss somebody? I think we did. Somebody named Matt. Well, unfortunately, I cannot find your comments, sir. So welcome to the show, my brother. All right. Sweet. Well, you know what? I absolutely, undoubtedly agree with you, Kyler. It gave me chills too, because we know one fucking thing about In the Air Tonight. And it has one of the most iconic drum fills in the history of metal drum fills. It's not hard to play. Actually, it's quite simple, but when you hear it, you know you're about to get punched in the gut. And the way that Manson's band put this together, unholy shit. So real quick, before we get into our verses tonight, here's a little bit of Marilyn Manson's In the Air Tonight. If I can find it. There we go. Check it out. Motherfucker, if you didn't just feel that, you really truly are dead. Unholy shit. So I have to give a Tracks of the Damn Doom golf clap to a well done version of In the Air Tonight, Marilyn Manson. Wow.
Not taking anything from Manson.
Right.
I said, not taking anything from Manson. He's a legend. He always will be. But that fucking band that he has put together now,
his band's hot. His band,
like, they're bringing that shit to life so fucking well, though.
He's had some very, very good guitar players. I mean, shit, I go back to Zim Zum, who was my absolute favorite guitarist he ever had, because he was much, much more metal. But I think his name is Andrew. This guy, loving his riffs, man. Really brought something new to this song, and then to rock out the ending. Woo! You know, who would have thought? Because we all know how the original goes, and like I said, we still love it. But damn, just I could play that at least 5-6 times. Six.
I think I listened to it about 4 or 5 or 6 times today. My damn self. I had a long day of driving today, so I just kept flipping through shit. And like the album we're reviewing, I didn't even listen to it until a while ago to freshen it up. I was like, damn, I probably need to listen to that.
Well, we're not going to be going, track by track by track. But what we are going to be doing is pretty much giving you a good overview of each of these bands. And then I have a sample. That's right. Uncle Reaper here has samples of each of these bands if you have not checked them out, so that you can get a bit of a taste of the blasphemy that these bands are bringing, because unholy shit, Satan's nutsack is just chilling in excitement over these two bands. Oh shit! I love it. Thank you. Babylon's calling me Papa Reaper. I'll take it. Right now, I feel like Grandpa Reaper, but that's okay. I'm gonna beat this fucking cough, and hopefully by tomorrow night, my bourbon regimen has been nice and steady this week. So,
dude, I swear people probably think I had a cocaine habit as much as I rub my fucking nose today. Like, it will not stop itching and burning.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I was at work Sunday night with my nose dripping like a fucking heroin addict. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'll tell you. But anyways, let's get into this. So my pick was the band from Austria known as Belphegor. Now, just looking at these guys, you kind of know that if you're going to listen to them, if you're going to see them live, they might have a little something extra for you. Not only they don't play big venues. No. They love the small venues, especially when they come over here to the States. They have a setup that is somewhat reminiscent of the early son of a bitch. What are they called? Nurgle is the Behemoth, yes. So it's very reminiscent of Behemoth's early setup when they had like all the fire pots going, and there was like some kind of almost like a altar at each of the microphones and stuff like that. Well, that's not what these fuckers bring. Oh no. The lead vocalist has a microphone stand that has hedge clippers that are like this, and the microphone's right behind it. I'm sitting here going, he's probably like, step up. One of those things. There's literally weapons on their set. And they're not shy with the blood either. No. Which is definitely, I'm a huge fan of that. But believe it or not, actually we'll let the audience, now there's some audience participation tonight, addicts. So hopefully you and the demons are ready to do a little bit of education. Now take a look here at the pick that Defiler given us. Now,
I told y'all they wouldn't no lightweights.
No, definitely not. But they are a little bit more classic black metal style, but not a lot of, what would you call it? Like there's no robes, there's no capes.
Oh no. There's
nothing like that. They're like all business.
Oh yeah, they're standing in the middle of the fucking woods in the snow with torches and black leather and bullet belt black metal.
I mean, it takes me back to early Mayhem.
That's one of the reasons I picked it, because I wanted to do somebody that was OG, that was blasphemous. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say? As fuck.
We do.
But still have that true to the roots feel for me. That's the reason I went with them.
Now, this is where the audience comes in. So, addicts, I want to get your opinion by seeing both of these bands side by side. Do you think they're both black metal, or do you think one might be different from the other? Feel free to drop that into the comment section there, as you guys have been super fucking awesome. While I was trying to fix my goddamn camera, just commenting away. We'd like to get your opinion. So, I mean, obviously they do have somewhat of a similar look. Mm-hmm. Because if you look at Belphegor, they're all kind of unison with the whole, vest thing. And then, of course, they all have some kind of a special sigil amulet around their necks, which is pretty fucking cool. Belphegor actually takes its name after a demon. So you know that they're fucking serious. So if you are a student of demonology, you might know who Belphegor might be. Now, it takes a lot to name your band after a demon. Now, you're probably going to say to me, Reaper, but what about Behemoth? Yeah, well, Behemoth took their name from an entity that breaks down into the same thing, which is the devil. It's just another name for the devil, but a different culture. Kyler says he thinks they're both black metal. Right on. Well, just to give you a quick little snippet here, Belphegor, as in the demon from Christianity, of course, gave us this demon. According to religious tradition, he seduces people by proposing incredible inventions that will make them rich. According to some demonologists from the 17th century, his powers are strongest in April. Well, guess what? We're still in April. So this is the month of Belphegor, which is why I think they must have came here recently for a tour just a few weeks ago. But yeah, so it's a demon that is supposed to make you rich. Well, obviously playing this type of music is not going to make you rich. Exactly, Kyler. We're still in April. So hopefully the demon is out there working for us and going to bring us all kinds of riches. But since I only got one person to give me their answer, they are not both black metal. Belphegor is actually a blackened death metal band. So what makes them blackened death metal is the fact that they do blast beats, but they're kind of slower, not always blast beating from start to finish. Most of the time it's almost kind of like, I don't know, rocky. And another thing that makes them blackened death metal is the fact that the vocalist is doing very black metal-esque type vocals, but he's also giving you that classic, if you think of bands like Cannibal Corpse and those kind of like that kind of sound. I can't believe I actually got that out without coughing. It gives you that too. There we go. Damn it. So you're getting the best of both worlds. 1 minute you feel like you're at a Cannibal Corpse concert. Next minute it's like you're at, motherfucking Dimmu Borgir concert, because the guy does really good witch screams, very good black screams as well. Obviously drums are punishing. The man is literally a fucking machine, but not like a lot of the deathcore bands that Defiler's been bringing to us. I mean, it's very fast, lots of 30-second double bass, but not the doubles that some of these newer bands today are bringing. But man, it is chunky. The fucking guitar riffs are chunky. Everything is very blasphemous as far as lyrics are concerned. But it's almost like they're having fun with it. They're not trying to give you an unholy sermon with their songs. They mix in a lot of, kind of like horror-esque style satanic, we're going to burn you, eat you, and chop you up and all that good stuff. They obviously are big horror fans. So if that kind of appeals to you, I think you'll dig it. But here's another thing. They're fucking fun. They do kind of like the Rob Zombie thing, where at the beginning of songs, you have this like old
intro,
like movie. Yeah. As like an intro kicking into some of the songs. There's one tune that I find lots of fun. If I can get my phone to work with me. Yep, it doesn't want to work with me. Hello. There we go.
What the fuck, yo?
What's that? My phone? Shit. I'm trying to find it here for you. Not Conjuring the Dead. That's the one we're actually going to listen to. But for some reason, I can't find the other one. It's called like La Lucifer Sex or something or other. It's hilarious. But definitely it's got some Rob Zombie type stuff going on in there. Hey, Defiler's back.
Yeah.
Apparently there was some technology issue there. I have no idea.
This internet has been perfect since I got it. And the first fucking time we go live in a while, it has to be a bitch.
I mean, I couldn't turn my camera on. All kinds of fun shit. But anyways, like I said, if you like all those elements, plus obviously black metal imagery, even though they're not black metal, you're really going to dig this band, I think. Oh, shit. Babylon says, you poor boys need some of the Dr. Pang Pang's Thailand throat ladyboy juice for those coughs. Trying to make me laugh right now is probably not the best idea.
I start laughing, I'm going to fucking pass out. I'm not going to make it through it.
So, yeah, everybody out there, if you know somebody that's like having coughing spells and shit, get the fuck away from them because this shit sucks.
I'm hoping it's just pollen because being in Tennessee, that shit paints cars. You can go outside and your car be green. So I'm hoping that's all it is because
it's also been unusually high here in Nebraska as well. So believe me, I understand. I am always hydrated, Kyler. I don't know about the filer there, but I always stay hydrated, so I have to.
I got to drink more water this week than I have in my entire life.
Damn straight. So as much water as we can, electrolytes, Gatorade, all that shit. At the end of the day, you know what's been getting the job done? DayQuil, NyQuil. That's all I have to say. But yeah, if you like all those elements with the black metal imagery, with some black metal tremolo picking, blast beating in there, you're going to dig them. So what I want to do is give you guys a listen to their latest video called Conjuring the Dead. I mean, you can hear the classic death metal going on there. There was, yeah, it was very, and there was even some melodicism in there. I mean, and dude's feet are just fucking trudging along. I told you guys out there in Black Flame universe that they aren't shy with the blood whatsoever. The more blood, the better. And you gotta give fucking props to the lead vocalist who doesn't wear an upside down cross with Jesus upside down. He simply is wearing a ginormous necklace where it's just Jesus like this upside down. You gotta give reverence to that. I think that's fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
So there you go. And as that song actually progresses, especially into the guitar solo, because there are lots of brilliant fucking guitar work in Belphegor stuff. So guys like Babylon out there, I know you would really appreciate the guitar solo work and a lot of like the fast tremolo picking stuff. But it goes right into a gravity blast that just knocks you right off the fucking shelf.
Hell yeah. They have speed to them. They slow it down, chug it along, then they'll come just straight in with the speed and kick your ass.
Yeah, and remember how I said it was like real chunky?
Mm-hmm.
Really chunky guitar. Fucking love it. And the vocals are fantastic. This came out of Austria, guys. Austria. Achilles, what's going on, brother? Haven't seen you in a long time. What's going on? Babylon actually says something very, very cool. He says, almost a mix of Johnny Five, King, as in Diamond, and Zakk Wylde. Nice. I can definitely hear those elements as well. Mortimer says, some of the drum riffs sounded like a machine gun. Absolutely. Most definitely. All right. Well, let's get on to Sacrilegious Impalement. The name alone makes my fucking liver quiver in a wonderful fucking way.
Breaking these guys down, they're going to be your core black metal. There's blast beats, heavy riffs, a little bit of slow down some, but mainly they're just wide the fuck open, in your face black metal. Sometimes it has a little bit for me, it has a little bit of reminiscence of Venom in it. So if you know what Venom's spiel was back in the day, they want to be louder and faster than Motorhead. Well, they did it in a blasphemous fucking way. These guys, like if you, I've been read like most time when we do bands, I'll look for like interviews, or I'll watch like I'll read like other written interviews, video interviews, stuff like that. These guys have been asked if they have a ritual that goes into making their music, and then they do. And this is a quote. This is a quote from the lead singer. His name is Von Bastard. They said they have done everything from where'd it go? Drinking blood with vodka. And but he even went to. He called him the Lizard King Morrison. If y'all know who that is
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison from The Doors.
Yeah.
He went to this man's grave. They said they even drank blood was mixed with vodka, a little bit of necromancy. He went to this man's grave and asked for an offering of grave dirt from his grave, and drank it with fucking absinthe.
Unholy fuck, is that black metal or what? I like these guys even more now.
When they talk about where their name come from, it's typical black metal. It's talking about when Jesus on the cross being pierced and stuff like that. Was on the cross. But that's mainly what he goes into, like the more depth about it. But that's just your run-of-the-mill gist about it. Musically, these guys are as blasphemous and dark as you can fucking think. They're talking about everything from the devil being blamed for everything. False idols, being cleansed through darkness, everything you can think of.
I mean, who
Musically,
doesn't want that?
I have notes, so I'm trying to remember my notes. Like, I wrote these last week, so I'm having to read them because I do not remember what the fuck I wrote. Everything from chaos and death during the rapture, then evil becoming triumph. Ashes of darkness, arising from a saint's dead mouth, shit like that.
Babylon apparently hits it on the button yet again. Did they get their name from a crucifix butt plug?
I mean, there is a crucifix, so you are impaled. So.
Now, how blasphemous is that? You could actually go to the pulpit on Sunday and tell your priest in front of your family and everyone that lives around you and knows you that I fucked Jesus. Anybody who does that, tape it, videotape it, send us a copy. I would love to show that confession.
Now, these guys, they went on, I think they was on a little bit of about a 10-year, I think they went on a 10-year hiatus from putting out an album. Like, they just put out a new album last year. It's called, Infinite Victor.
Mortimer says, call it the Rusty Nails.
The song off Infinite Victor that stuck out to me the most was Rain in Hell. It's just one of those go-to black metal songs, which the album that we previewed is really the only one that I could find lyrics for to try to break things down that wasn't going to take me 2 weeks to listen to each damn song and try to figure out what the fuck they're saying.
Right.
So I picked one that had lyrics, and that's Lux and Pharaoh. That's the album that we put up. But they're not shy with blood neither, but they do the more old school, just coarse paint, like I said, bullet belts, black jeans, stuff like that. So,
I mean, again, very, very reminiscent of Mayhem, but they're not as like entertaining when it comes to the way they dress. I've seen, them just wearing regular fucking blue jeans and shit on stage. Like they're like I don't know, this newer wave, I guess you could say, of black metal is just a little bit more, I don't know. Well, not as theatrical.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. They're not trying to walk around in the robes and all this stuff, but they're absolutely fucking serious.
Yeah. These guys here, they're nasty with it. They wear they mainly wear cut off black shirts or like blue jeans and stuff like that. So they have a little bit of leather here and there, but like I said, they're more of that OG feel of black metal that you still want to see in today's society or in the metal world.
But what I noticed about the production value is they may be OG style when it comes to black metal, but it doesn't sound like that. So that's really what makes it different, makes it more exciting. I was very, very happy listening to the tracks. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and play Lux and Pharaoh. But before we do that real fast, the rest of the band names: Wrath Prayer, Assassin, Mauler, and Too Loud.
I love the Too Loud one. It's like for me, that feels like you're just paying homage to the back in the day. Like I said, I mean, exactly. That's what
it's like. They have that, they're strong in their beliefs as far as everything satanic, but they're having fun with it. They're not trying to be so serious, fear us kind of thing.
I mean, back in the 80s, if you're going to go to metal, there's two bands that's going to stick out that plays loud as fuck: Motorhead and Venom. I mean,
and both of them were not very theatrical at all.
no, Venom didn't. Motorhead
They
for
didn't have
him.
to be. They just came out and kicked your ass, and they didn't care if you liked it or not.
It was like, let me say, we're Motorhead and we play rock and roll and went straight into it. So, and didn't give a
That
fuck.
was it. They're not going to try to like woo you. You either like what they're playing or you just don't. So these guys seem like they have that kind of attitude. And it's kept them going, and that's what's really cool about this. So are they widely talked about like everyone else? No, but we're going to have you listen to a little bit of them, and you'll see why these guys absolutely do kick ass. Now, Belphegor, just for everybody, I forgot to mention this, they are on Nuclear Blast. Well, as we know, Nuclear Blast has all the best.
Yeah, I don't know these guys. I'm gonna have to look that shit up. I don't even know.
Well, you're going to have a little bit because we're going to go ahead and play Lux Infera, and I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. Check it out. Now, you hear that traditional OG black metal sound because they don't have a fat bottom end. That's the only thing missing from their production. And probably the only thing I don't like about them. Musically, love it.
Yep.
The vocalist reminds me of Shagrath a lot from Dimmu Borgir. And let me tell you, that's a compliment because Shagrath is a fucking beast.
That was one of their good songs. Oh shit, my mouse just fell from my computer. But anyways, on this album, like I broke down each song, and like I always pick one that I think's better than the rest. And on that album in particular, it's "Behead the Infants of God." It picks up, it speeds up, it gets a little bit more. I don't want to say black and roll to it, but it gets a little bit more oomph behind it. But they've had a couple different songs that was that way. But off of that album there, "Behead the Infants of God" is definitely going to be the go-to, and their own Woodcut Records. So that's going to tell you it's going to be independent label probably that's putting out some nasty shit.
Wow, what does that tell you? You know, the DIY labels are really bringing some serious fucking art and talent.
if you want to watch a video of these guys, one of their actual production, like music videos, look up Wolves Cry for a Final Battle. And you'll see exactly what they are. They're in the woods, snow, torches, black and gray, shot in black and gray. So you'll get that real finished, dark black metal feeling.
Yeah, they're definitely not about color whatsoever. Every photo is black and white. I mean, very, very high res, very, I guess you would say almost like movie settings in a lot of ways. And it really makes them look like nasty as fuck. But you can check them out on Facebook as well and keep up with them. And if they're coming to the States, you'll definitely find them. With Belphegor, you can find them on Nuclear Blast or belphegor.com. Decide which one is more for you. If you kind of swing a little bit more towards a good death metal, but with a blackened feel to it, man, I tell you, nothing more fucking sinister than fucking Belphegor. And even though those guys like to have fun, they are very, very serious about their satanic apocalypse. So if that is what gets your goat, definitely check them out. But if you're more of a black metal fan, especially OG style like Mayhem, definitely check out Sacrilegious Impalement. Motherfucking A, we made it through without dying.
I laughed a little bit and I was like, oh, fuck, I might have to walk away if it keeps on.
Right? So we've been so excited for all of y'all to watch us. If you joined us late, don't worry. You can catch the replay on Facebook, Black Flame Entertainment, Reapers Underground, and of course, Reapers Underground on YouTube. So, man, thank you all so much. We will be back next week with another edition of Tracks of the Damned. So definitely watch out for that. Don't forget, in about 10 minutes, because I'm sure I'm going to need to suck a little wind real quick before getting on to the barbecue, because God damn it, it's time to light it up. And then don't forget, boys and girls of the Black Flame universe, tomorrow night, the most blasphemous, the craziest, most insane, absolutely 1,000 degrees of wrong. The goddamn program is back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for your pleasure. Ribbed or not, who knows? So thank you all so much. We appreciate you. And as you're, heading over to Spotify, check out Belphegor and Sacrilegious Impalement. Just remember, hail Satan, hold on to the goat's head, have a goblet of, I don't know, vodka, wine spritzer. The main thing to remember is when you're doing that, stay heavy.
Thank you for joining us on Reapers Underground. Stay tuned for more from Black Flame Entertainment.